Hey guys, Mike here. Welcome back. And well guys, once again we're on a bit of a storm watch here. But according to this right now, guys, it looks like we have a pretty much a cloudy day tomorrow. Which I'm not going to be at the park tomorrow due to the fact I'm getting my soldier checked, which is fine now. But just to be sure, we're going to check. Just to be sure. And they're predicting that this is the second leg of storms coming in. And judging by the looks of it, it looks like it's just going to hit the mountains. This one I was really scared of, but then it looks like this thing is beginning to dissipate and heading straight south. But it's probably not going, this one's probably not going to hit us, but we are probably going to get the clouds. Potentially, let's head to my home, the Los Angeles map, and we're going to see how this looks. Yeah, see, there we go, 10% chance of rain. Rain at 10%. It looks like we're just gonna get a 10% chance potentially here in home. So judging by this thing, this looks like we're pretty much gonna be in the. Looks like whatever happens is gonna happen. But the 7 a.m. hour is the biggest chance of rain. As we take a look at my original hometown of Lakewood, California. But yeah, my original hometown. Zeros across the board. Alright, clearing. As we take a look at the next few hours. Oh, it was updated just a minute ago. And yeah, it looks like this thing we're gonna get the clouds. And then again, once again, the 5% chance of rain in the 6 to 7 o'clock hour. That's probably when I'm going to wake up. I'm probably going to wake up, and then during those hours, the chances of it are good. But as we take a look at Thursday, you know what? While we're at it, let's check Anaheim's weather here. Right now it's 73, beautiful. Right now, although they have a 20% chance. 20% chance, but as we take a look, increasing temperatures, and yeah, there you see it, guys. That's probably gonna head toward the mountains. So this cell here probably is not gonna hit us. This cell is probably heading straight toward Tijuana, and then he'll probably hit Catalina. Potentially. Even though ABC is saying they're giving us a 20%. I do trust them, but yeah. As we take a look at the 5-day, I'm going to be there Thursday and Friday, and the temperature is going to drop. 85 is going to be a bit of a scorcher. Well, Friday has a 10% chance. Pfft. Yeah. Hang on, let me type in San Bernardino here, so let me see. Oh, there it is. Alright, sorry for stalling you guys, but just a little nervous about the weather here. Because earlier we had a bit of a freak thunderstorm here earlier, so occasional rain showers. But let's see, take a look here. Widespread and thunderstorms. Yep, they're getting it. They're getting those thunderstorms. Because that's what they're saying. Well, better chances of thunderstorms are in the mountains. So it looks like this thing, we're pretty much out of the clear. So it's going to be developing during the overnight hours. So at this point, during the updates, I will check on this. Give you guys more updates on this thing. As ever since that thunderstorm hit, I am not taking any chances with this thing. And considering, look at all the red near Lake Havasu City. Holy moly, that's probably going to be like a lot of thunder strikes. I mean, lightning strikes, excuse me. My bad, folks. I'm not thinking straight. Now let's take a look. Let's see how this thing is doing now. Okay, yeah, that one's starting to break apart. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. This one is starting to spread up here, but the thing that scares me is this little cell right here. during the future cast. Nothing, and then right here, boom. Zoom out here just a tad bit. The thing, that's what scares me, is that this little cell right here near San Diego.
Señores, estamos de acuerdo.
Go away, go away. Stupid ad. But the thing that scares me is what happens when it goes, see, it's heading straight toward LA, but then it attaches. And then what it looks like is doing, it's potentially going to hit, but the thing is, the bad stuff's probably happening in the mountain area, so this could potentially miss, but only what this thing said, this is probably going to be bad. Alright guys, so this is a quick update regarding the videos. I will check on the system again, because trust me, I do not want to get spooked by a video with the thunder. Because the last time we had a thunderstorm this bad was that winter storm where the thunder was pretty close. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. How's it going guys? Mike Ramelli1 here. Welcome back. And right now guys, this is a bit of a weather update regarding my area. I'm currently looking at my place, my voices. I just coughed here, so let me get a drink here for you. And boy, the East Coast is getting slammed with lightning. Right here, let me make it more clear for you. There you go. And by the way, these towns here are representing here for a reason. Let's go to Los Angeles here. And the next video prior to this, before I film Huge Superstars, because right now I'm currently editing the main event video right now. Went up to 10. As we are taking a look, it's going to be a partly cloudy day today here in the LA Basin. And if you notice, the thing has grown just a tad bit. So we're going to go to my original hometown, which is Lakewood, by the way. If you guys didn't see the last part, you should probably know that by now. And did it update here? Nope. Once again, this thing is not yet updated, so we last we checked, the thing is probably heading toward the mountains, the mountain areas here. So we're gonna wait for this map to friggin' load. And the next video will be the t-shirts I'm probably gonna get this year. Don't you worry, we'll get that up soon. And as you guys can see, the cell has slightly grown to imagine. So Bullhead City is getting hit with the thunderstorms. Barstow's probably going to dodge it. But the thing is that big ump of heat right there. We're going to zoom in. Because right now at 1:30 it just slammed Cathedral City. As we take a look at it now, this is what it looks like right now. As we zoom in again here, its next intended target is at the Pechanga Indian Reservation, which is not that far from the, wait, I think that may be the casino. Then there's Temecula, so yeah, so it looks like that could be the next intended target, but considering where we are, which is right there, that thing is this could potentially lead to two things. Either this leads to a potential hit, and right now it is starting to look like, at this point, it looks like it'll lead to a miss. It looks like at this point it's probably going to be a miss. I'm probably going to check and update that. I'm going to check that to see if that is a potential miss. Because right now it looks like the next big target for this cell right here is probably going to be Paris, California, Homer, that Railroad Museum, which I'll film, and then if all goes as planned without any breaking up, it'll probably hit Riverside, Fontana, Rancho Cucamonga. And now as we talk about this mammoth beast of a beast here, and it looks like it's in the Bass Lake Havasu, and this mammoth as well, causing a lot of havoc. I see a lot of yellow and reds. As we just go back and we take a look here. Sorry folks, I'm trying to find Big Bear in this mess. Hold on. Zoom out. Zoom in. Oh, we're probably too inland. Oh, and Coachella got hit too. Jeez. Well, the next one for this mammoth beast is probably heading towards Edwards Air Force Base. Excuse me. It says I'm just getting pretty tired, and hopefully we have an update here. Yep, we have a 2 o'clock update here. Let's see. Let's follow this thing. Is it heading the way it's expecting to go? Yep, it looks like it's going to be following that path. It'll probably head toward Moreno Valley, Riverside, and Rancho Cucamonga. Past that airport. You know what? Actually, I'm kind of curious what airport that is. Let's see. It's not Bob Hope. Well, it's next to Ontario, home of the rain. Oh, it's Ontario International Airport. Okay. That explains a lot. You know, I'm surprised that Ontario has an airport. Excuse me. So it looks like we do have a mess here. So, alright folks, next video will be my WWE hit list. Okay folks, I just took a break from the video of my WWE shop wish list, as we are now let's head to the Weather Channel here for a brief update here. And let's see if they updated my original hometown, which is Lakewood, by the way, once again. So we're going to take a look and see what they did. Yeah, it's 2 in the morning, by the way. Yeah, northwest 3 miles an hour, blah, 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 blah. Let's see what we're expecting the next 6 hours. Increasing clouds once again. And notice that one cell right here. Notice it's thinning out. Is this what I think this is? Is this cell starting to split apart? I don't know what the weather term is of things splitting apart. I have a feeling it's fade. This cell is fading. Okay. So it looks like it's just gonna be the clouds here. And oh jeez. Hold on, let's pause it right here. Look at this. Look at the size of that. Man, all I gotta say is poor Victorville. Now let's address this. Obviously, the thing is starting to split, and yeah, that is looking much good for my day at home. If this was Wednesday and my shoulder doesn't hurt, which it doesn't, and we're gonna go to a doctor and check, I'm probably confident about going to the park. But it's a wait and see here. Now let's take a look at this big mess up here. Here. Okay, let's take a look at all that yellow. Holy, a couple of yellows here, which probably means this one's right. Oh, there's a bit of red on the Clark Mountain Range. I see Barstow's getting drizzle. Apple Valley's in it. Victorville has got it. Well, now let's take a look at the future cast and let's see. here. Oh, there's Big Bear. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where it was. Oh, there it is. Finally, I found it. Let's take a look at the future cast and see where this is going. I wish it had the actual cells in here just so we can see. Oh wait, let's wait here. And he's an oh jeez. Alright, there we go. Let's see. And it's going the way it's supposed to. And oh wait, no. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, is this gonna go in the mountain? Oh boy, now there's that cell and oh boy. Oh good, it's fading. Good. And it's breaking apart. And that big cell is spreading onto close to Barstool. Oh, let's zoom in there and see where that sounds is that in. Somewhere in the highway there near Bakersfield. Highway 40, Ludlow, and near Apple Valley. If this goes according to plan here, it shouldn't. What town is this in here near Hemet? This is near Palm Desert, Santa Rosa Mountains, and a bit of nowhere there. Okay, and then as we head into the early morning hours, these things will start to fade out as that big cell there is probably heading west, and then this thing's going to go away. But the thing that scares me is the one that's invading Mexico. Oh, actually, no, that thing's probably not going to hit us, so yeah, so it looks like we may be in the clear here of this big storm. Very big storm here, and it looks like it. I almost had a scare when I turned it off because I realized that it's heading this way too. But looking at it now, it looks like we may get a bit of hope here because this cell here is in fact splitting, which means, and it was going in the direction I was thinking of, heading towards Corona, heading towards Pomona. And towards Verona. So it looks like, folks, we're going to be pretty much unscathed here. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Well, it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, that crisis has been averted as we were covering this cell right here, which probably has rained at a thunderstorm. Well, earlier we noticed that this thing is starting to split. As we take a look here, it is it began a slow path to death. And look at this, at 2:30 this morning, this is where we start to realize that it's really starting to fall apart here. Fall apart short of Lake Elsinore, and Paris just barely missed out on it. Right, the skin of their teeth. And then it starts to, as the cell holds in on itself. And even though in this late hour, it looks like it's in the Santa Ana Mountains, so which means that it's possibly heading towards Yobalinda, most likely. Probably the most likely scenarios, or within the next few minutes, the cell of these three here are probably going to be dead at this point. Of course, the storm is known, fooling everybody, as it looks like it's starting to fade out here. But now let's take a look at the future cast. According to what Weather Channel is saying, the mountains are definitely getting drenched here. But I noticed something a little weird here. At 4:15, this massive green glob is near Yobalinda, speaking of. And at 4:30, it forms into this big cell. Normally I would be upset about that, but still, nothing hit up on the minus shower. Then at 15 minutes later, once it reaches Fullerton or Disneyland, actually, let's see. Nope, nowhere near Disneyland at all. It's more like near... How timely is that? Knott's Berry Farm. That's where it splits. And at 5 o'clock, That cell's never heard from again. Speaking of Disney, is that where that little cell is? What? No, that's a golf course. I thought that was Disney right there. Alright. No, that's in Santa Ana. Oh, I missed. 5 o'clock, we got a bit of a cell there for Santa Ana. Then that jumps over to Signal Hill. So it looks like that's gonna miss this. 5:30, that disappears. As Victorville and Apple Valley and Alejandro are getting their nail by this. Then there's another blob near the ocean. Gonna disappear. And then this thing's gonna slowly dissipate. But then as we head south, that's what scares me right there, is that there's no pattern with these two. And if we take a look at the cell here in Mexico, good Lord. This one right here, judging by this thing, if this it actually is, that is that cell we considered dead miles ago. And it looks like this thing is probably getting to nail Tijuana. So yeah, pretty much at this point, it looks like we're just going to get the clouds. By the way, let's take a look at this and see how cloudy it is right now. Right now, doesn't look too bad. Let's take a look at the future, see what the future holds on the future cast. I don't know why I keep saying that a lot. And so it's pretty much going to be like this for the rest of the day here. But if once it gets ready for 8:15, don't be surprised that opening doesn't last long. So yeah, as we take a look at, let's take a look at the radar. We're just seeing that enough already. Sorry, because when they say there's a chance of rain, all of SoCal goes nuts. And that hasn't been updated yet, so update it recently, please. Please, thank you. Okay, let's see, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be partly, then mostly, then it'll be cloudy for the rest of the morning. Then by noon, it'll start to split off, as usual. And then it'll be partly cloudy, and then tomorrow morning when I leave for the park, it'll pretty much be the same again. But until 8 o'clock, that's when we'll probably get the sunlight. So expect tomorrow we're going to get a lot of clouds on Thursday. But then when Friday hits, it'll probably be cloudy. We'll talk about that on Fridays once we get into more detail on that later on today. So guys, that's pretty much going to cover it here on this channel. By the way, it's 67 in my hometown of Los Angeles. Jeez, how freaking cold is it? I mean, gee, that's ridiculous. Man, that's ridiculous. And by the way, my thoughts and prayers go out to those people up in the mountains. As whoever our parents are, their kids are probably crying because of the thunder. I'm not making fun of them. I'm sending them my prayers. Hopefully they'll get over it. Morning, guys. Mike from LA1 here. Well, I got some bit of rest here and here in Los Angeles, and we got some bit of good news, including a potential sell, and including a big one that could be getting close to, well, splitting up here. But before we get to that, we gotta address what happened at 4:20 earlier this morning. Well, I guess when I got my beauty sleep. Look at all this. That's all in the valley. I mean, in the mountains. And boy, they got it bad. As we had to look at Santa Clarita, aka SCVKMT territory, they barely got squat. In fact, there's probably a shower or two there, but as we take a look, Oh, SCV came too. That was close. You almost got that thunderstorm cell. Yeah, but that's beside the point. And then a few hours ago, I spotted this little cell right here. So I marked it down on my iPhone as to keep notice on this. Well, apparently, just a few minutes ago, take a look at this cell. Right here. And then within 5 minutes, it started to turn. Which I thought, okay, it's probably turning towards the ocean. Which is funny because guess where it was, part of it is heading toward Oceanside. Da-da. And then, no, it has that splitting up atmosphere in it to it. So this is when I got the attention, okay, this thing's probably going to split and dissolve. And it wasn't until right here, this is when we realized, okay, this is probably, yeah, that's it. That's it for that cell. So that one probably was the biggest threat to make landfall here in the LA basin. Well, all we got was that. So that's not too bad, but it's probably just drizzle. But probably one of the biggest surprises, and I'm really thankful that this thing is probably splitting up soon, and that is this monster cell right here. I mean, going into this was pretty much what it was. There was a lot of red on this one. And this was probably the biggest threat of making landfall into Los Angeles. But knowing it'll probably just land in the mountains. But then, oh, hold on just a moment. We're going to go and get it back. And then, once 445 hit, uh-oh. We have an opening. Well, it started at 440. Then every 5 minutes the holes got bigger. And it wasn't until right here at 505, that's when the holes really started to show its ugly side. And then at 520, that's exactly what happened. The cell is starting to split. So within the next 3 minutes, we're going to have to check back in on that one to see if this thing is truly going to dissolve. Because if this thing is going the way it is, we could potentially see a potential. And by the way, there's what that cell was earlier. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that this one is potentially roping out. And we may be seeing the end of that cell right there on the spot. So it does look like we're just going to get the clouds. That's it today. So, by the way, I do want to apologize for the people that got woken up very early this morning because of the thunderstorms in the mountains. As we take a look at the update. Occasional rain likely to begin. Okay, as long as it's not thunderstorms, but oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I guess they didn't see the roping. Hang on, let's take a look at the future here. Because I'm pretty sure they're wrong. Let's see. Yep, you're wrong. Yep, you're wrong. That thing's probably in Temecula before it ropes out and fades away. Alright guys, I'm going to check back in a little bit to check on that big cell. Alright guys, see you later.